guys, welcome to another episode of Parker Group Live. Hope you're all having a fabulous Tuesday so far. I can't believe that we're almost to the end of 2018. This year has just flown by, and it's got me thinking about 2019. And if you're like me, you're always thinking about what home design trends are going to do next year and how to decorate. And if you're building a house, I'm sure this is especially top of mind for you. So I thought it'd be a good time to recap some of the design trends that interior decorators are seeing for 2019. So I picked my top 5 trends to watch, and I thought we'd get kicked off with number 1, which is the color of the year for 2019. So those of you that are into home design probably know that Pantone releases a color of the year every year. And for 2019, it's a color called Night Watch Green. And it's kind of like a moodier, more jewel-toned hunter green. So it's kind of a deep, dark green. It's really a neat color. It's really more suited to accent pieces. So maybe your island could be Night Watch Green, or do a little statement pop here or there, which we'll talk about more later. It might be a lot for a whole room. But anyway, that is the color of the year for 2019. So cool. We're going to probably see a lot of that in home design shows and on HGTV next year. Number 2, a lot of people are moving towards smaller living spaces that are maybe more highly functional. So a lot of what you're going to see in home design is spaces that are convertible or multifunction. So you might see a lot of people doing things like Murphy beds again, and being able to turn their home office into their guest room rather than having 2 separate spaces for that. Also things like movable walls, where you can actually divide rooms out and use them in separate spaces, or open them up into one space. So a lot of interesting uses of space to make your floor plans really efficient is design trend number 2 for 2019. The third trend that we're seeing is a boho type style is going to be really popular. And it's going to be boho with kind of a more clean, modern twist, but you'll see a lot of people using layered patterns, interesting textures, and maybe multiple colors layered together in the same space. So boho style, design trend number 3 for 2019. Number 4, as I was saying when we were talking about the color of the year, a lot of people are going to be using statement accent areas in more unique ways. So a lot of us are familiar with accent walls. A couple of years ago, it was really popular to do one wall a different color in your house. In 2018, we saw a lot of texture walls as accent walls. In 2019, they're saying people are going to be doing this in more interesting spaces. So you might see statement backsplashes in kitchens where there's a pattern backsplash or something really eye-popping for the backsplash. Another popular place might be ceilings. So particularly in rooms like dining rooms, you might see a pattern on the ceiling, or maybe that Night Watch Green color as the pop of color on the ceiling rather than on the walls. So kind of more interesting placement of your statement areas in 2019 is design trend number 4. And finally, design trend number 5 is, as you know, everybody's always talking about going green and being eco-friendly. We as a team like to talk about supporting local small businesses, and a design trend for 2019 is actually going to be using eco-friendly handmade pieces in your home. So that might mean a light fixture that's made out of rice paper, or some sort of a sustainable natural material. You're going to see a lot of little accent pieces, maybe lighting fixtures that are made from those sustainable renewable resources, or made by hand by small artisans from around the world. So I hope this is interesting to you as it was to me. I really enjoyed researching the design trends for next year. I hope you all have fun if you're building a home or redecorating your current home. And if you have any questions, reach out to us anytime. Thanks. Have a great week.